So if you live under a rock, basically Stranger Things came out and everybody on the internet is talking about it right now, and today is my turn. It's my turn to talk about it. And this is a not no based Stranger Things opinion. I am a super fan. All right. I won't consider myself a super fan, but I am a pretty big fan. I've watched the show multiple times, season 1 through 4 or whatever. But the new season dropped, and we got some issues, partner. We got some issues. So let me just say, I think a lot of the people who've watched this season are hating, and I know that people are gonna see this and be like, "Wow, you're a fucking loser. How could you possibly think that we're hating on this new season? It's awful. Will is gay." Will is gay. How could you enjoy it? All right, so I'm gonna start off with talking about a few random things, and then we'll get to the ending. Okay? So the season starts off, and 19 months have passed, and Hawkins is under a military quarantine or whatever. Which I know this is a weird complaint, but how on earth is this still a thing? Like, how is this whole town under military quarantine and none of the rest of the country has anything to say about it? Like, Area 51, we got a bunch of people a bunch of goofy goobers to go storm the goddamn... Y'all remember that? Do you remember that? What I'm trying to say is, how has nobody said anything? Like, nobody has been, like, pulling on through, like, hey, I need to cut through this town, the town of Hawkins, and then be like, oh my god, why can't I cross? There's military guarding it with guns. Like nobody's got to... Whatever. I know it's a minor complaint, not really relevant to the story, but, like, how? So the main plot line of this story is based around Holly, who is, Mike's sister? Which, I don't think this is awful, I just felt like it was kind of random, and, like, it makes sense. Like, plotline, it makes sense because Vecna targets children because they're easily manipulated. Like, I understand that, but, like, we went 4 seasons focused on these set of characters, and now we just have this new main character who's honestly probably has the most screen time out of all of them, which kind of just, it's fine. Maybe I'm being a little, too nice on them. Maybe it is stupid. But, I just thought that was kind of weird. And, like, it makes sense to use her compared to, like, all of the other children because they're all actual dumbasses. But, of course, Holly Wheeler got the DNA of Mike in her. So she basically is just a super fucking badass. Not really. But kinda towards the end. But, remember when she was floating? Chat? That had to have been the funniest part of the show, is when she just dropped out of the sky. Just, help! Imagine you're like, hello? You're just floating. I think, honestly, the biggest problem that I've had with this season is the fact that they didn't kill anybody off, which I know that's like, oh, what a complaint. You don't want blood and gore? No, that's, like, it just felt like it was very necessary in this season, and I think what people predicted was for it to be Steve Harrington. Like, that's what made sense. And they did almost kill him off by having him fall off the goddamn tower. But, I really think somebody should have died. That sounds so messed up. But, I think if I were to choose somebody, like if I was the writers behind this, I would have chose Jonathan to die, which would have been pretty sad. But I think that would have, like, had the most excitement for viewers because Steve was just too predictable. But they didn't kill anybody, did they? Who'd they kill? Who'd they kill? Chat. Did they kill one person? Dude, it's a blur. I literally binged that shit, okay? Will gained powers out of this situation, which I thought was pretty cool. I honestly thought that was pretty badass. Like, it definitely surprised me. You know what I feel like that was the thing about the season, is there wasn't too much, like, surprising. But, like, when Will had powers, I was like, oh, shit, this is fucking awesome, dude. This is fucking sick, bro. Dude, and, like, the internet right now is just roasting Will for being gay. Which, like, is it fucking 2012? Am I watching a Leafy is Here fucking video over the entire internet? Like, everybody's just clowning Will for being gay. Which, dude... Like, after the first, like, volume came out or whatever, like, the first 3 episodes or whatever, I went to work, and as soon as I walked in, there's this kid that I worked with that came up to me and was like, hey, what'd you think of the Stranger Things? And I was like, I thought it was good. And then he proceeded to be like, I think it's gonna be good, but this is literally what he said to me. He said, I don't want to see no Will and Mike kissing bullshit. And I literally was like, bro, Like, I know homophobia exists in real life, okay? But, like, chill the fuck out, dog. Like, it's Stranger Things, bro. That's gay as it is. You're watching Stranger Things, and then you're gonna be like, wow, men kissing. Like, you're already fucking gay. Like, hello? Dude, I live in a white trash state. Today, this is off topic, not related to Stranger Things. Welcome to my channel, subscribe. Dude, today, I found out there's this guy that I work with who has, the Third Reich lightning bolts. I'm working with a Nazi, okay? You know, I honestly enjoyed this season. Like, I really enjoyed the wormhole aspect of the whole thing. Like, that threw me off. That's not something I ever would have expected. And I was like, yo, this is awesome. Like, everything we thought it was is no longer it. And I fuck with that, bro. I was extremely hyped about that. But anyways, let's get down to business. What we don't like about this chat, what we don't like. Vecna, the fight, bro, that was weak as hell. It was like 5 minutes of fighting, like, fucking, what's her name, Nancy, and all the goofy goobers. Like, they distracted the mind flayer or whatever, and that was cap. Like, you're telling me right now, like no. The way that whole thing went about was so unrealistic, and it just was like, nah. And then 11 just busts into that goddamn, into the mind flayer and is like, Vecna, yeah, and rips his shit down, right? He barely put up a fight. That's what I'm trying. This motherfucker barely put up a fight. 11 beat the shit out of him, killed his ass, and then, which was very awesome, was when Joyce just literally fucking, you kidnapped my gay son, and you don't keep him, like brother. It was pretty sick. But it just wasn't long enough fight. It wasn't like, there wasn't any action, which I'm not even a person who enjoys action movies. Like, I don't care about that. I'm not a 45-year-old man. But, like, come on, bro. Give us a little something more. And spoiler alert, okay, this is what it comes down to. This is what I'm pissed off about. This is how I'm gonna say it, okay? I think the way that they wrote it, plot-wise, it made sense, but I did not enjoy the ending. Like, 11 staying behind and making it so, like, they can't make any other like him. They can't make any others like me. We're never gonna have to deal with this problem again. Like, that shit was bullshit, dog. Like, where's Mike, the 3 goddamn waterfalls, and Eggos at? Like, what happened to the Eggos, bitch? Nah, honestly, like, I think it was a good ending. I just hated it, because it's like, it was too expected. Like, if somebody was like, who dies in Stranger Things before I watched the episode, I would have been like, it would have been Jonathan or Steve, but in reality, like, it's obviously 11 who dies, you know what I mean? Like, that's the most realistic thing. She's the power bitch. She's the one who, you know, got everybody in this mess in the first place. Like, it makes sense that she'd be the one, but I didn't like it. Like, I would have rather Hopper took the L. Dude, also the scene where Hopper, like, he's hallucinating and he literally went, L! Like, he literally, the six bullets up in that mother, that was crazy, bro. I thought that was real first. Like, I knew it wasn't, but I was like, if this is fucking real, bro, they did the most insane. That would have been insane. They should have ended it at that. They should have been like, yeah, this bitch is dead. Everybody's fucked. The abyss, everything collides. Done. Stranger Things. Like, but they didn't do that, bro. They made 11 die, and it was bullshit. I feel bad for Mike. Will's lit as fuck, bro. He's out here in the club fucking vibing. You know what I'm saying? Like, But yeah, overall, I think everybody's being a big baby about the ending. I think it was overall a good ending. It was solid. Like, I give it like an 8 out of 10. It was good. You're never going to enjoy something. Like, this is how the world works. If you like something, you already established that you liked it for the most part. Like, if you listen to your favorite, your artist or whatever, your favorite band, before they drop an album, you've already decided how you feel about that album. And that's no cap. Like, you're either gonna like it because it's a new album, you're so excited and you love their music, or you're not gonna like it because it's not like the old shit. That's literally how every scenario is when it comes to, you know, something like this. But shout out to the what is their name? Shout out to Stranger Things. Follow me, subscribe, whatever. Fuck.